Sure, sure. Take your time.
Okay.
No, are you suntanned?
Slightly, but it was very sort of autumn, so not overly suntan, but more browner.
Cool. So is Mel joining today?
No, she did prepare a sketch for it, but she's just had a text to say, can she start her work a bit earlier? So she had hoped to join us. She sat with me here, but
work is work. No?
Yeah.
Especially after vacation, probably.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, I think we're both playing catch up quite a bit at the moment.
But come on, tell me a few words. The emotions of the trip.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. We actually saw a leopard up in a tree eating a impala. So to actually not just see a leopard, but to actually see it with its prey. We got charged by an elephant in our vehicle. We didn't just see a male lion, we saw pride lions as well. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. And then when we were in Zambia, the hotel complex we stayed in, it had zebra, monkeys, impalas all wandering around the hotel complex. It was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, as you may hear,
your pictures on Facebook, and then I think, oh my God, how close he must have been. Or I hope you have a really good zoom.
In some cases, really good zoom, but in other cases, we were really close. Like there's one of a crocodile on the bank of the river. Literally, if Med had stepped out of the boat, she could have touched it. Whoa. We were that close. That photograph was wasn't with a telephoto lens. That was actually just with an ordinary sort of box standard camera lens.
Yeah.
So so we were.
I've seen the picture. It was like, oh my God! It feels like, yeah, it's a body sitting next to you. Like, oh.
Yeah. No, we were very fortunate with some of the animals, but no, I think we both came back.
Awesome.
Like, wow.
So happy for you. Who's coughing? Is it coughing?
So you're breaking up, but I think you said who's coughing. That's Mel. We've actually both come back. We've both got stinking codes. So Mel's got it worse than I have. So yeah, it's not COVID. We've done tests, and it's not COVID. It's just a very bad cough and a very bad cold we've come back with.
Yeah, poor. Oh. Well, was it your birthday yesterday?
No. Sorry.
Cough me, yes.
It was your birthday yesterday.
Yeah, not good feeling like this.
Happy birthday, Mel. Oh. Well, as I've mentioned in the chat, yes, I'm taking this picture of yours.
Yep. So I've already got mine prepared.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, good sketch.
Thank you.
Perfect. Then we can skip the sketch and start with the painting.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, then we're starting. Ready? Yeah. Oh.
So you're breaking up there. Hello, Eva, you there?
Okay. Let's check. Welcome. Darren unfroze.
Yeah, you can froze now. That's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's pray for the connection. Elizabeth can't see you, but so just to check, we're skipping this sketch. So I don't know if you need time or you need help with the sketch. the cheetah. I don't know if, let me know either, I don't know, in the chat, or if you can. No. Otherwise, we are starting, and the plan is that we're starting straight with the paints, so acrylic paints, and yeah. All right. Okay, I'll press the record button and we start. All right, so today very interesting animal painting. Yes, thanks Darren for the idea. We've enjoyed lots of with Karen. So next week probably we do another animal, but with oil pastels, since it's kind of, I feel, very nice to continue experimenting. And as you see, so I have here kind of two examples. It's again your opinion, which one you like. I liked more the first one. Karen said she preferred the second. It's maybe
I was going to say, I prefer the top one. I prefer the top one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I was discussing with Karen which one, and I think because me, as well as I know you guys, Mel and Darren, we prefer the realistic one. So the first one, of course, has more realistic colors of cheetah, and then just somewhere some of those colorful spots appear. And the second, of course, it's kind of, I tried to go more abstract color-wise, but also, if you can notice, in this second one, I tried to do more those lines, like as when you Google about those paintings, you can see they have kind of these all curvy lines in around. But the first one is more actually kind of, it's more like spots, yes? So lots of different areas, but they're more or less similar size. So here, for example, somewhere I tried to make one bigger spot of purple, one bigger of other, but here more the same. So it's just kind of to understand the principle, but of course you can choose either. You can also, as it feels. Also, before we start, so we will be starting with the black. We'll do the outline for the eyes, for the nose, and for the spots. And then, for example, it's good to take a second color. Purple works well, because first you do the dark purple, and you go with the shadows. So one can, for example, take a picture and before can like take a look and analyze where are the shadow sides, where are the light sides. Yeah, so still, even if we're doing it really colorful, still we're doing it, we're following light, share the image, then in the end won't go, you know, sometimes you can put the filter and then goes kind of the other way where the light, there is shadow. So still we kind of try to follow, let's say if I take dark purple, then I put them where the shadow parts are. Yes, and if I take yellow, of course, then I try to put the yellow or light pink spots where the light, so still kind of forming. Yeah, so analyzing, sometimes it's good, let's say you can, if you turn the picture to black and white, sometimes it can also help maybe a bit to get to understand this contrast. Yeah? So then helps to see which is where. So this is the first thing. Elizabeth, is it? I couldn't hear you well.
Sorry, are you going to show us how to draw it?
Of course, yes. So we are painting today. I'm just giving the explanations first.
No, I didn't rush you. I just wanted to know if you were going to show us because I don't draw well. I just started painting a few months ago and I don't draw well at all.
Okay, yeah, this is what I was asking. If you need to do the sketch, Yes, because
Yes,
I wasn't
cutting out.
Yeah. So let's see if Darren has nothing against. Yeah, then maybe we take a few minutes and we do quickly the sketch. Yeah. So then, because I wasn't expecting. So we kind of usually sometimes we prepare the sketch earlier. So yeah, I will show you, of course, quickly the sketch. Yeah, so let's say, so first you have your paper, and the very important is the composition. Yeah, so we are not doing this one. Today we're doing kind of the other one, the one I have here on the phone. So it's kind of, you see the leg, you see the body going from up, and then you see the face. So usually how you start? You start, for example, here from the upper corner. Yes, and you can start parallel from up and down. So then, yeah, you kind of meeting from both ways, and yeah, so, and then we have the head. The head actually takes somehow almost 1/3 of all. So let's say maybe somewhere here I can sketch this line of the head. And first, always sketching more loosely. Yeah, you're kind of always just getting the feeling, finding the shape. Yeah, so I'm sketching here with a marker, so you can see. But you of course take just a simple pencil. Yeah, so you take the pencil, you take the razor, and you erase a lot, because yeah, it's normal. You're kind of in the search of the position. Yeah? And then we're analyzing the points, which is where the point. So for example, I see the nose is kind of the end point of composition on this side. So I can already a bit sketch it. Yeah, so and also I can kind of color quickly with dark areas. I can color quickly black. It helps me, you know, on the way. And then I quickly start finding the shape of the face. Yeah, so here I have my eye, and usually eyes we should always paint together. For example, here I feel I'm starting doing it a bit too high. Yeah, probably it should be a bit lower, somewhere here. Yeah, and of course, all the lines of Cheetah, all his black lines I'm using, it's a help. Yes, and then I see the somewhere here, the mouth, no? And the eye. So, and of course, the second eye we see just very little. And then I can start. Yeah, so for example, also this middle line on the nose. So if the cheetah would be looking at straight, it would be in the middle. But here it's kind of some music funny. So but this line is a bit more to the side, exactly because the head is turned. So we see one eye very little, and the slide that is middle, we see much bigger distance from this black line in the middle of the nose to the eye. Yeah? So, all right, yeah, then I can find the position of the ears, let's say. Yeah? So, yeah, it's always important to check the ears. I can check the point horizontally and vertically where it lives. So vertical, it leaves somewhere almost in the end of the head, and vertically, sometimes I can put, let's say, a virtual diagonal line and see that kind of nose and eye almost on one diagonal. Yeah, so, and then I see, okay, there is the dark point, and then there is kind of this middle tone, and the border of the ear is with the light. Yeah, so. And then the other ear we see differently, but then we can also analyze, for example, the body, the line of the body going from up is kind of meeting in one point with the ear. And then I can analyze also where the ear is ending. It's ending more kind of down. Yeah, I actually was also surprised how round are the ears of cheetah. You know, probably I was expecting it to be more the cat way, so more pointy. It was interesting. And okay, here I see another line, kind of the head. Yeah, there is also a bit kind of central line, but it of course goes a bit on the way, on the side. Sorry. Yeah, and that's it. And the rest is kind of more spotting those black areas. So of course, let's say all the dark spots doesn't have to be perfect the same as Cheetah has here on the picture, but still it's good to follow the regional, yes, in the way that some spots are bigger, some smaller. So obviously we see on the face, yeah, the spots are smaller. And so it's important we don't place them manually like in a shach, you know, but we see one is closer to another, the other is far away. Yeah, so we make it interesting. And the easiest way is just see how it's actually done in the nature. Yes, nature is the best. Yeah. And okay, so maybe that's a good point also, the moment include, yeah, Darren, he did the sketch, but still let's analyze where we see the light and where we see the shadow. So for example, here I see the shadow on this, so where kind of the neck goes into the body. So this line is kind of also where his shoulder. So this is kind of a long stripe. So we can already, let's say, consider more or less that this stripe could go dark purple. And then there is also some dark, yes. And why it's important? So I was mentioning, we follow light and shadow, and we also follow the construction, the shape of the face. And yeah, so we remember the shadow somewhere, it's not just because, you know, it happens to be like this. It's because underneath there are bones, there is construction, and that's why the shadow is that big or that shape and so on. So if we go and do them in different size, then it gets the feeling it's different, maybe animal or something. So here on the face, for example, I see the darker part here on front, then it's big, and here a bit more. And one can find, it's always good to find first, let's say, bigger areas, but then also there are small ones. Yeah, and in the face, of course, there are many, especially where the head is turning, it's round. So we have all these side parts. And so sometimes I know it's not so easy to, yeah, for example, this picture is also not as Yeah, so what can I do? I can use, of course, the filters. Yeah, we are modern. So here is you put kind of negative, and at once you see, also helps you decide which parts you see black, which parts you see light. So then it helps you analyze. Here at the top of the head, I have light. Here, where the ear and the neck is light, but only till here. Then upper will be also dark. Yeah, so if we do this job of the analyze first, and of course later when we are going with paints, then it's much easier, because then we already just concentrate on colors we want, because it's also will be not very easy to today color-wise. It's actually also a challenge to combine and choose the colors. So, I was talking and Elizabeth is gone. Okay.
Yes, we've lost her.
Darren should have stopped me because I wasn't looking at the screen. Okay, it was some person who joined.
I thought because you're recording it, I thought.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm recording, but still, it's more important. Just Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I did my best. Yeah. So
actually, it's useful for me because actually I've managed to make a few amendments to my picture. So actually, it was quite useful.
Also, Darren, it's like you can never go too much on the sketch, meaning like, the better you prepare, the easier later with paint. So it's kind of, but fine. Let's move to paints. I'm taking black. First, we'll do the spots and maybe some other moments, but still kind of the shadows we'll leave for the purple, dark purple. And purple is also nice because first you make it dark, but then you just add white and then use it also as a light. Yeah, so then it's kind of okay. And actually, I take my thin brush because of course paper is not big and kind of. So I'm starting with the eye. Okay, another moment with the eye. The thing is that first you can actually leave the inside of the eye empty. So do just the outline black. And then later in the process, you decide which color you want to do the eyes. Although what happened with me on the both previous paintings that anyway I went with them like really dark. So I put there some red mixed with brown. Yeah, so actually first I put there some maybe colorful color, but in the end I felt that it looks better more still kind of the natural way. Yeah, but still kind of it's not a must to color it all black at the moment. Yeah, kind of just leave it and then later, I mean, we can always put the black. So I'm doing the line here, this line that goes where the nose is. And so there's, the other eye very little. Yeah, so also kind of go smaller later if needed. You can kind of make it more black. So here this part in the middle of the nose also can be blacky, but can also then later, or like you leave it for the purple. But so let's say it's those the important parts. And with the nose happened with me as well. First, I did just the outline in black, leaving, it for later to decide which color to go. but in the end, yeah, I still went for the dark because it feels more a bit. Yes, so much colors around, kind of. Okay. Yeah, so the ear is actually, well, maybe just a bit, yeah, but still, maybe I make it just a bit lighter black. I can put maybe some purple also on top. And then this folding line here. Yeah, I was actually very surprised. I wasn't expecting, no one. I was just thought, just Darren and Mal will paint, but maybe the last minute someone signed up.
Yeah, she seems to have dropped off and she's not come back.
Yeah, I think it's probably it looked too complicated. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We get scared, of course, here at the drawings, and then we say, okay, no sketch, let's go. Well, Darren can already do this, nice. So, and the spots. So actually, just also going. It was also, I think, with the second drawing, I was trying to think of the way, like, is it only the black, or maybe I can do also spots differently. But then, of course, it looks better if the spots are black. Then all around you can play with colors. Yeah. So even if, let's say, what I tried also parallel mixed purple and go together, but it didn't really work. Yeah, the only story kind of checking if the spots are small or big. It was actually thanks to your picture, and of course that we are doing this drawing, that I finally Googled what's the difference between leopard, jaguar, and
right, yeah.
And then I realized, okay, it's not a leopard, that's cheetah actually. So it was also educative. And then, yeah, the Google showed me that actually you, by the spots, you can see who is who.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, actually, I think this one's actually a cheetah. I think that if I remember right, I think this is for cheetah.
Yes, so exactly that. Yeah. What I also found out, because the spots are like this, just black.
Yeah.
Black circles, and the other guys, the jaguar and leopard, they have them kind of. It's more like, let's say, a circle of the color, and then inside, can be then the other color, or so it's not a spot, it's more like circles. And then it can be bigger, or like have some other tone inside or something. So, yeah. And okay, about their characteristics, like who's faster, who's what, I'm not sure yet.
I think the cheetahs are faster of the three.
Oh, that's interesting. Because it's smaller, or
possibly, yeah. It's certainly more elusive between the leopard and the cheetah. I think in our group, with the company we were with, we were the first group in 3 months to actually see a cheetah. So I think we're quite privileged in that respect.
That's a luck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
do you know, are there friends in between, like leopard, jaguar, or maybe they really live in different areas and they don't really meet? Or I must say,
I think they're in slightly different areas. I think cheetahs tend to be in more sort of open areas, sort of thing, because so they can run. Where I think leopards tend to be in more sort of dense foliage, sort of trees, that sort of thing.
Okay, so meaning like they're not the concurrent want to. They're not competing one with each other, or.
I suppose they go for the same sort of prey, but I suppose they're in slightly different areas, so
it's
they can get away with it slightly, I suppose.
It's curious, all these worlds, no?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we had a fantastic guide. It's like the Pride of the Lions was on our last full safari, and he'd actually been in touch with one of his other colleagues elsewhere, and it's a case of, right, let's go there, and basically drove for about an hour to try and get there. So it's just using sort of contacts amongst each other sort of thing to find it, and we were really fortunate to see that Pride of Lions.
Oh. But looking at your picture, you've seen them all. It's kind of.
Oh yeah, the big five. We saw all the big five, so we couldn't have asked for more, to be honest. So no, we were very lucky and very privileged.
And still, so it was kind of more or less one area, like one park.
Well, it was all in Kruger Park. So so the place where we stayed was just outside of the main gates of the park.
Wow.
And we left sort of 6 o'clock in the morning to drive in for a pretty much full day's safari.
Oh.
So
amazing. But still impressive how, so in this one park, you can see everyone, like lions, elephants, and crocodiles.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, whoa. Are they all guys there kind of living friendly neighbors?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was amazing. And even things like some of the birds we saw, yes, I managed to get photographs of some of the birds, but there were other birds I just didn't get a chance to photograph. There were just so many to photograph, the colours of them all and everything like that. It was just fantastic. So
yeah, the ones you've sent already about the birds, this color was so blue. It's like, oh, poor bird, like it can be seen like from actually really far away.
Yeah.
I mean, not sure if it's good for the bird.
No.
Or who is his predator? Some other big birds. Or well. But usually nature kind of knows what it's doing. It's giving like.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The qualities, the colors, the things of, you know. Okay, I'm still with the spots. How your spots are going?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much there. So
good. Yeah, so I'm going to finish also the face one. So let's talk maybe a bit about the colors. Yeah. So the starting was, we said, black, and then let's go with the purple to say for main shadows, main parts, and then like which way to go. Then, for example, we can go also with yellow, because it's also safe bet. And in general, how you decide what you do. So of course it's impossible now to decide on all the colors. So you just go slowly, step by step. You go with which ones you know, or which ones you feel already, aha, here might be good, this one. And then just kind of keep on growing, which, yeah, okay, which one is next? And so then go with the feeling which one is talking to you. Yeah, it's been like in the moment when we already, let's say, go wild, have fun, and
yeah, I like that.
Can choose the colors. Yeah, and then again, so this image you sent of this painting that was hanging in the place you stayed. So if you look at it, it has, so in here, in this my second painting, I tried to go more with this style, doing these long curvy lines. Yeah? So then maybe kind of deciding prior which way are you going. So more like doing the spots, more, yeah, just colorful, or doing these interesting curvy lines too. And like, be ready. There on this painting takes more time.
Right, no problem.
It's because usually we are sometimes like 1 hour and a half. We are like more than ready. But also when I was by myself preparing, and yesterday with Karen, it just goes slower. Somehow it's not that. So just to. Okay, a few more. Man, so much spots. Well, more or less. Anyway, with black, we can always come back and. And which area exactly? So again, which country of Africa was it? Where
this was in South. This was South Africa. This was Kruger Park, which is one of the big famous wildlife parks.
Okay, yeah. Are you interested to kind of come back to other parts of Africa, or, for example?
Yeah, I think so. We'd quite like to try and do maybe Egypt sometime to see the pyramids. But we were talking about.
If you do the shots, there are just the tourists.
Yeah, that's a problem. But we were talking about on the way back. We were thinking of maybe doing a Baltic cruise, so around sort of Croatia, that sort of thing, is our next holiday. Or maybe looking at maybe South America, sort of Peru, that sort of thing.
If South America, I mean, I would of course go.
Yeah.
For South America, yes. Yeah. I'm actually myself. I don't know from where it came, but I got it. I really want to try Uruguay.
Yeah.
I've never been there yet, but something, I don't know, appeals in Uruguay. I mean, of course, I can make a good publicity for Chile, it's yeah, and suggestions that it's not cheap.
No,
so
that's
some
true.
countries
That's true.
because some countries of South America are still cheap.
Yeah.
So maybe like Ecuador and but then it also comes a little bit in expense with safety. So depending, of course. But Chile is really safe, no problem at all. But phew, crazy expensive. Yeah. Oh, okay. No spots. All right, I will go for the purple then. Red, and I will have the blue. So also one of the good colors, let's say, in all these colorful paintings, I was analyzing, what's there, and most of them have really these light blue spots somewhere to appear, and then somehow it looks good. Because also what's the story is that like those unexpected colors, they appear somewhere. So of course there is no blue, but you choose. So let's say you find some medium tone on our for light blue, and also surprisingly some green spots. They also bring some nice freshness. Especially if sometimes you get kind of carried away with some darker tones, let's say some brownie, some reddish, something, and it all feels a bit, so maybe kind of not fresh. So exactly with those blue, with those, the tasty, like warm, the yellowish green, then at once it comes. So just to keep it in mind. Okay, I'm going for purple, and we'll be doing the shadows, let's say here, the ear, maybe some part of the nose, another ears, this side of the head, some parts of the back. So this is somewhere maybe here where the eye is. So just kind of looking. It can be also some maybe some spots you have missed. They can also come in dark purple. But of course, let's say the main more shadows. And here it's also ready. You can, if you want, experiment a bit on the shape of your spot. So like either you repeat how it is there, or you can already experiment and let's say maybe do something curvy, something, and of course this light under the eye, we're leaving it because of course this is like very typical something. So we will put there either yellow or either light blue, then it has to be And there were also giraffes in the pictures.
Oh yeah, giraffes, hyena, elephants.
True, yes. Yeah.
So,
Full house.
yeah.
Amazing, yeah. Because giraffes, they're so sweet. I mean, they're
Oh yeah.
they're so long and spotty.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking if next Saturday maybe we go for the giraffe since he's.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. Because like, okay, here now, but still we can. I think it's like we have Africa to paint for long, but it's curious. Yeah, we can explore more about Africa, and yeah, I was searching those landscapes. Also interesting, styles too. And after the purple, we can go for say for yellow, maybe, yeah, to mark the white. But in this case, then also remember we have yes, yellow and purple, they are opposite colors. So it means they actually like look good together. Yes, like orange and blue, like red and green. Yeah, but still keep kind of in mind to have this nice maybe combination, like maybe how much yellow, maybe. So just a bit. Yeah, and my advice also on this painting, like not rushing.
Yeah.
So it's more like just go with the feeling, and when you say, okay, here I feel this color should go. If some area is still not sure, is it still too dark? Is it still too light? Then maybe just kind of let it sit for a while. And that also, for example, helps finding some patterns. I see that like some spots are a bit connected one to another. So not all of them, but in some you can find somehow the other tone. So this also can just kind of be a help to find some connection. Yeah, but anyway, so we can, the purple, I mean, we can be adding them later on top more. It's not the. And then I take yellow. I like the lemon yellow in this case, mixed with white. So it's like really light, especially like on this first painting, and you see this border feels really shiny. So then we do the border under the nose, so lower part of the face. Clean the brush, take off action. So where I go here under the nose, because then later if we put the background, then we have this shiny level of this. Then there is a really huge highlight on top of the ear. So it can be even like white spot there on top. So it's like here, and then goes a bit more yellowish to the side. But so one line there, and then a bit the same also on the other ear. Here one line is like one spot very white. And then this thickness of the ear. And now kind of feel free to make it like bigger a bit. Because later, even if it will be too big later with the background, we can correct it. So, like those. So let's have here on top of the head. And then also to the side. Yes, maybe I don't do too much on the side of the face where is the small eye. Because of that is more the white spots here on the frontal part of the face, but the one that is closer to us. Otherwise, they might be a bit contradicting. The very light screaming there and here. So there maybe we can put some orangey, some pinky, even probably pinky also a bit too light, or just light blue. Karen was very excited to see how how it turns out today. Because she actually took like the other pictures and not the position she was doing, and she chose one, and then when she was already sending me the in the process, it was like It looks more like a bear, you know.
Oh,
Well, she agreed. I mean, it's not, you know, not.
yeah.
But then she showed me this original, the reference picture she was using. It was like really complicated. Like if it was I don't know, something in position that, yeah, if you take out these old dots, and since we are changing really the colors, so she wasn't of course painting this orangey brown cheetah, but it was purple. I don't know. Actually, yeah. Okay, there's also one like light lines here along the leg. Yeah, so here and the border. Yeah, it's a bit maybe a bit thinner, and it can also maybe stop somewhere this line, but I feel it's also nice since we are including, you know, this movement of. Yeah, so somewhere you can also play. So let's say somewhere maybe you put more yellow, and somewhere it can go even white.
Right.
So let's say maybe one can choose some important parts and can be very, very white. Yeah. All righty. Well, more or less. Well, if something we can add. Well, let's say that's kind of at this moment you can also go choosing your colors if you want. Yeah, so let me think which one I want to go with. Yeah, maybe orangey could be good. Yeah, because still since we go a bit natural. Way, then add orange to have a bit more kind of cheetah. Yeah, and then we can maybe put them then in the areas. Yes, then can play. Maybe some areas can be bigger. Yes, so maybe break out a bit of the usual pattern, and let's say maybe have one bigger orange part going all along the body, maybe, or so. Yeah, and then after the orange can exactly go a little bit of this blue, because since also blue and orange are the partner colors. But then with the blue, the only thing I advise not to exaggerate.
Yeah.
So with the orange, we can go more. Yeah, a bit all around it, because it also looks natural. But blue, so somewhere the areas, yes, maybe a bit where his nose, the eye. So blue more like just the accent in some. Yeah, so maybe also where the ears are a bit kind of bluish spots can. Yeah, because the blue in this case will work as the accent. So it's good to put it not just like somewhere, but like more to the objects that are telling us something. And so, yeah, like where the nose, the ears, the ones. So with this ear that is closer to the us, the hair, there one. So we have, of course, its border. It's like very light. So what can do? One can go also on the other side with some other, let's say, color to a bit emphasize this border. But the problem is that this other side is also kind of a light area. So, for example, I go there with some. I've added white to the purple. So my purple is not that dark, but I kind of go a bit there, maybe around, and so then I still have kind of the ear a bit more outlined. Yeah. Because of course the ear is a sweet moment. How we usually say the tasty moments that you as the artist kind of should, choose ones and show them, show the emphasis on those good looking parts. So I had there first lots of yellow, but now I'm kind of covering it a bit on top. And maybe also orangey can be instead of light purple, but just to put more attention to them. And then if you see, if all around there, it's also everything a bit too light, then this ear, so if this ear still is not kind of showing out, then it means you just need to calm down some bright spots that are around. Maybe some pinky can work also, like as a neutral, something in between. Yeah, so maybe if you say, okay, I had there, like we put more or less a lot of yellow around. So in this moment, when you're really trying to put more accent on one part than the other, so maybe then just replace some yellow parts with some a bit darker pink. So it still stays as a light area, but then it's darker than the lightest spot. So now I took pink and I'm working a bit kind of filling up some areas here around with pink because it feels a bit neutral. It's not contradicting. And then I can add a bit more white if needed to the pink. There's some areas. Yeah, and pink is good because it also comes in a family with the purple. And it's kind of also the close to orange, so it's nice. Yeah, and then the job will be also think about the background.
Mhm.
It's also the story and make the decision what to do. Was very cool this on this first image, the background you had there on the photo, it was like already, you don't have to think anything here. Darren made, yes, it was very nice, kind of blurred, and those color combinations were very.
Oh, excuse me, I just need to get to it.
Sure, yes.
Oh, I've got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so talking with the border, this yellow outline we did. So
Yep.
then of course it looks effective. So take a look here on the first drawing when you put a dark color next to it. So for example, let's say the upper part of the body of Cheetah can be like the neutral or something. But for example, here under the nose, following the face and going a bit direction for this leg, then let's say maybe we can go with this darker brown part.
Mhm.
Yes, and then already we choose our thing. But because if I have this yellow, if I put there, let's say light pink, it will not come into the game. Yeah, so
Yeah.
exactly. So here you see, I did just, it's also like somewhere. So I've also played somewhere this brown with like a very thin line. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here a bit, okay, more, because then it's this mustache part. But then at once, see how yellow is shining. Yeah, but then there where the back is, one can actually also play a bit and maybe connect, maybe I just prolong some orange or some area and kind of maybe flow inside the body. So maybe I don't even do the strict border, but somehow play around with that. Yeah, how's going, Darren? How's your?
Not too bad. I don't know how well you can see that, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Feel free to send if you, of course. I mean, I still have lots of to do, yeah, and it's also kind of sometimes it takes time to take decisions. So
yeah,
no rush, but kind of just sit and think, contemplate which. Something from Darren is coming up. Ooh, yes, not bad at all. I can definitely suggest you can go a bit more darker around the eye. Yeah, it's actually looking at yours. I think I also might go. It just kind of feels more secure or something, you know. It's like more. Yeah, so maybe like this upper line we can add something.
Yeah.
Ochre kind of, then it's or prolong. Cool. And Yeah. Also, maybe it's worth doing a bit more fluffy the part of the back. I don't know, but it's already the style, how it feels. Yeah, so maybe more to do as if it's the fur a bit up, so kind of this orangey, just maybe spread out. But it's just like a day again. It's not, but color-wise, what I would so I feel you, for example, use lots of water.
Yep.
Let's say so if it's pink, then it's probably not so bad. But when it's purple, then you really get a bit washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's actually good. So in this case, imagine it's already dry, and sometimes when you just go on top a bit with second layer, it covers easily perfect. Yes? But in this case, more with the dry brush.
Yes.
If the brush is too wet, then of course it washes it out. And then you can have your, let's say, purple areas a bit more stronger. Yeah. So let's say where this shadow, where this kind of folding diagonal part, yeah, you just repeat the purple, and then it has so here it's a bit the game of the tonality. And what tonality means is just lighter and darker. And here, let's say the orange feels even more darker than your purple.
Yeah. Because
orange has more intensity. Yeah, let's say you've been putting more intense paint in the quantity. So maybe it will take no time, just because you already have purple. So just
no problem.
Yeah. But oh, this is totally Africa inspired. So colorful. I might try. I have gold color. I went to the shop and I have also like copper and silver and gold, and I must say they work all very nicely.
I've got gold here, so that's good.
Yes, the only thing, for example, they I don't know if it's I have them all in 3 different brands, but they all are, let's say, more watery, so consistency of the paint is not tense. Yeah, but in general, actually, different colors can have different consistency. For example, the ultramarine in generally is always half transparent. And let's say phthalo blue is always more than it just kind of easily covers your paper, and then it's nothing transparent left. So these metallics ones, they're nice, but they're really kind of half transparent. So the paper is shining through, and sometimes it's actually very nice. It's good because if you want to use them as something more like light, but then if you want have them more covering, then you just wait till it's dry and add the second layer. Then we remember the rule, just like painting the room. It's like, don't even try to get with the first brush everything perfect. It will be just impossible, because still you will have those areas. But when you just go with the second, then it all covers all the transparency. And good. So I went here like for those some empty parts that I had and couldn't decide. it's like very neutral. It's a bit, feels a bit like light brown, a bit something close to sienna maybe. But what actually really nice, what I like, when it's dry, it makes shine, it shines. So then I have my drawing somewhere and the light falls and it actually shines very pretty.
I like that.
So those metallics would be fun. Yeah, Karen was showing us her metallic oil pastels.
Yeah, I saw that on there.
Tempted to spend more money in the shop. Yeah. Okay, something still not persuaded by my ear. Sometimes it's like takes time to work. Now a bit better. It's gold. Yeah, to have the kind of this border of the ear that is closer to us to have this. And it means keep on darkening some other parts around till the moment it starts. It's shining. Yeah, we were adding almost no red. Red can also can actually be some. Oh, I added no green. So actually, like, can jump in with some unexpected colors somewhere. Yeah, so even maybe let's say even go on top of some. Yeah, so since acrylics allow, maybe it's already when analyzing general, maybe somewhere one wants some accents and. Here I went kind of a lot calming, lots of yellow around, than to have my eye, my ear, a bit more. It can also be that one had a feeling that you need to go with black somewhere. Yes. Like back again, since we did lots of on top, so maybe just again coming back for the accents. And so maybe this the central line of the head, in case it got lost a bit. Yeah, somewhere maybe this also bright pink. So it's kind of, if you were also mixing purple, so if you don't have it ready, but you mixed it with blue and red, so then maybe just kind of taking more reddish. Yeah, so it's kind of then this bright red purple, and actually also work nice exactly to have a bit more brightened up some areas maybe. Ready and go. Okay, let's go with background. Then it's time. So I will go with the brown as I've suggested, yeah, on this bottom area. And then again, on the go, we go and choose and see which would be look nice. Yeah, so good way also maybe just first go, let's say with this brown outline, and then decide, then I can decide which area maybe I do a bit bigger as brown. So. And then again, brown can also be a bit those like transparent as, yeah, so if you put too much water, it comes not so intense the color. So, and either also you just straight away put more color and just with a dry brush, and then you just wait and dry it. So somewhere you might want also like make smaller a bit this yellow area. Yeah, so somewhere maybe. So you can correct also a bit the outline of the cheetah here. Yeah, and then I will also, what I like, so not to leave the line very straight, make it a bit fluffy, but also probably later when it's dry, then I go a bit on top with yellow, and yeah, so then it feels also a bit like a fur, a bit like of the hair. Yeah, instead just kind of one bold straight line. And then maybe I go with brown a bit here, upper part of the another ear that is outside. Yeah, and then try to play, be creative. What can one get out of the background? Are there some lines, or are there some spots, or it can also be, you know, kind of have a play, but then later you can just cover all also. And now let's say when I did this second picture, this more red, I had background. First it was like yellow, and then it was orange, and it looked like, oh my God, someone set Cheetah on fire. It was like burning. I was like, okay, I didn't meant to be mean. So then I was, you know, it's kind of also the process. So maybe something interesting turns out. If not, then you just kind of cover and. So you can get also inspiration from the photo. Let's see if there are some maybe spots that can also go. So I'll go to play a bit with this olive green that I also did on the first image. I think it's kind of gives a nice touch. It's fresh. So maybe some copper. Don't know, darling. Still experimenting. Don't take example.
Yeah.
Still kind of searching. So maybe also I calm down a bit my background green. So now it's still a bit more. That's so active. Yeah, of course, let's say, for example, how can one work with the background? So let's say if you have your painting and yeah, so instead of experimenting on your artwork itself, of course, if you're not sure, you just take extra paper and let's say do a quick color sketch there, and I can analyze, okay, this color, this combination. Yeah, so then you don't have to, then you can be more sure and don't ruin the work. And so right, not sure. Yeah, the first painting turned out the best, and the second got too dark on the background. Oh my. it's a night. Okay, I'll do a bit hairy. The it saves something. Yeah, so doing this like very little hair yeah, on this border, so it also breaks a bit this straight line. And then in this case, I'd definitely go to do the mustache since my background kind of too dark, so then I can hide it a bit. So the moment of truth.
Just noticed you've added the whiskers, so I need to add the whiskers to mine. So
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Yes. So what do you think yourself, Darren? What parts you like worked?
I'm not sure about the leg, but I certainly like the head. I think the head's worked quite well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree with that. The head is very impressive. Yeah, so it kind of very so maybe a good sketch there, like maybe did more time on the head. So, and let's say the body, you see line of your body, like if we compare with the photo, it went a bit curvy to down. Yeah, so it's not like that straight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. What actually, maybe, and it's not so important, doesn't change as much, but just kind of. And yeah, with the background, sorry, I didn't guess. Maybe other colors. Like somehow here it turned out nicer. Maybe more bright, because there kind of really was inspired by your background there. It was so, but here somehow. It's also maybe because here the cheetah itself got more green, so then it kind of plays together. But in this cheetah we didn't put green, so maybe actually more orangey would work better on the background or something. But as I said, so this is the slippery road. Either you do extra work and prepare or train your background part, well, or
well, what I might do, I might sort of just put it to one side for now, come back to it later on, and just have a look at that background again later on, I think. So
exactly. Also, it's gonna be dry, and can work on it. Exactly. Maybe orange could feel. Maybe some reddish. Actually, red. Actually, here also struggling with the background, and Karen did very red, and actually it saved a lot. Are you going for the mustache or Like, are you doing the?
I've tried it, but I think it's still a bit too wet at the moment to get it to work. So again, I'll apply that later on, I think. You still there, Evie? I don't know if you can hear me at all, Evie, but you've frozen.
Yeah, so and some areas just sometimes the match, they look nice, and some areas we just make too tired.
Yeah.
Awesome, huh?
Great stuff. Well, thanks for that. So,
yeah,
no,
sure. Yeah, thank you, Darren, for joining.
No problem. Thank you for running it today.
And then I really hope to see Mel joining, for a session.
Yeah, fingers crossed she'll be back with us soon. So, as I say, she was intending to join us today, but her work wasn't supposed to start until 6 o'clock. But literally 10 minutes before the class was due to start, she had a message: "Can you start a bit earlier, please, to try and get it done sooner?" So,
on a Sunday.
It's overtime. Yeah, it's testing. So basically, they test all the IT systems whilst no one else is actually using the system.
Yes,
so
of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Well, hopefully I'll see you next week.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks ever so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Cheers and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Darren is gone, but I'll try to save a bit. Let's see if Red can do something here. Okay, if it didn't work, it didn't work. If it didn't work, should have practiced prior. Let's see. So, I think it turned out not bad. Yes. Wow, a bit more mustache, probably a bit more white. Yes. No, the red turned out not so bad. So let's do a bit more mustache. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Any suggestions? Any suggestions on this background? Well, somehow something. Okay, let's pretend it's some night cave or something. Okay, so let's take. So next week, painting another animal in similar colorful style, but with oil pastels. Should be also interesting experiment. Yeah, maybe it will be the giraffe, maybe some other animal. Not decided yet. Yeah, but this technique requires, I think, patience. Not rushing with the colors, giving it time. Oh, all right, got tired. Good. Oh. Okay. Yeah. It's still not bad. What you think? No, the eye should be a bit darker, leaving it so bright. Okay, Evie, stop ruining. Stop ruining. What you say? If anyone is watching, please be so kind. Let me know what you think. Have I ruined it completely? Or all right. Okay. Till next time. Till next week.